Our story starts with two brothers, Zach and Gray. The two boys are getting ready for a very exciting trip. They are going to spend a whole week on a vacation with their Aunt Claire. But this is no ordinary vacation. Their aunt works at Jurassic World, a giant theme park on an island full of real living dinosaurs. Their parents drive them to the airport. Before saying goodbye, their mom Karen pulls Zach aside and asks him to look after his younger brother Gray during the trip. Zach nods, though he doesn't seem too excited about the idea. The boys board a ferry that carries them and many other tourists across the ocean to Isla Nublar, the island where the dinosaur park is located. When they finally arrive, they are welcomed by Zara, who is their aunt's personal assistant. She takes them to their hotel room and hands them special VIP passes that Aunt Claire had arranged for them. With these passes, the boys could visit every part of the park without having to wait in any lines. It was a great gift. Meanwhile, Aunt Claire is very busy at work. She is the operations manager of Jurassic World, and she has many important things to handle. Claire is meeting with the park's business sponsors. She explains to them that as time goes on, park visitors are no longer happy just seeing the regular dinosaurs. People want something bigger, scarier, and more exciting. To meet this demand, the park's scientists have created a brand new dinosaur one that was made in a laboratory by mixing the DNA of several different animals. They call this new creature the Indominus Rex. When fully grown, the Indominus Rex will be 15 meters long, even bigger than a T-Rex. It is meant to be the ultimate attraction, but it is also the most dangerous thing the park has ever created. After her meeting with the sponsors, Claire goes to greet her nephews at the park's Innovation Center, a room filled with life-size dinosaur holograms and dinosaur bones for children to explore and play with. It has been 7 years since Claire last saw Zach and Gray, so this reunion means a lot, especially to the younger boy Gray, who is a huge dinosaur fan. However, Claire is still in work mode. She tells the boys that Zara will take care of them for the day, and they will all have dinner together in the evening when she finishes work. Gray is visibly disappointed. He didn't come all this way just to be handed over to a babysitter. Seeing the sadness on her nephew's face, Claire promises that the next day she will spend more time with them. They say goodbye for now, and Claire heads to the park's control room where a team of staff keeps an eye on all the dinosaurs and all the visitors across the entire island at all times. From there, Claire goes to meet the park's owner, Simon Masrani, a wealthy and enthusiastic man who is passionate about the park and what it stands for. Together, they fly by helicopter to Paddock 11, the area where the Indominus Rex is being kept, so Simon can see the new creature for the first time. During their visit, something important becomes clear. Claire sees the dinosaurs as products and attractions. She talks about them the same way someone might talk about items in a shop. Simon, on the other hand, believes that Jurassic World exists to remind human beings how small and humble we truly are when we stand before the greatness of other animals. It is a very different way of looking at things. Inside the containment area, Claire tells Simon that the Indominus Rex is smarter than any other dinosaur in the park. Within just a few days of being there, the animal had already figured out where its food was coming from. It had even nearly torn off the arm of one of the employees. The creature is not just big, it is clever and deeply dangerous. Claire also mentions that there was another Indominus Rex, a sibling raised alongside her, but the sibling did not survive childhood. The Indominus Rex ate it. Simon then tells Claire about Owen Grady, a former US Navy man, who now works on the island training dinosaurs. Simon asks Claire to take Owen to Paddock 11 to check that there are no weak points or safety problems in the enclosure. On the other side of the island, Owen is in the middle of a training session with his Raptors, a group of fast, intelligent, and very dangerous dinosaurs. He has trained them since they were born. During the session, one of the Raptors named Blue starts chasing a pig. Owen gives the command to stop, and incredibly she does. The other Raptors then come forward, and Owen leads them to a raised platform where they are given rats as a reward for obeying his instructions. It is an impressive display. After the training session, a man named Vic Hoskins shows up. Vic is in charge of the park's security forces, and he has a wild idea. He wants to use the Raptors as military weapons-trained animals that can be sent into war zones to fight enemies. To do this, he needs Owen's help to control them. Owen refuses. He explains that his Raptors are wild animals, not soldiers. They are not tools to be used in warfare. But Vic does not back down easily and continues to argue his case. While the argument is going on, the pig escapes from its enclosure and runs into the Raptor area. One of the young park employees tries to catch the pig, but is knocked down by Blue. The Raptors surround him and are about to attack. Owen immediately steps in, standing between the employee and the Raptors, doing everything he can to calm the animals down, while the young man slowly backs away to safety. Owen then shouts for his partner Barry to close the gate and dives out just in time as the gate slams shut. No No one is seriously hurt, but it was a very close call. Before walking away, Owen gives Vic a piece of advice. Never turn your back on a cage. Back at the park, Gray is having a wonderful time. He watches children petting and feeding Triceratops' huge three-horned dinosaurs, and he is absolutely loving every second of it. His older brother Zach, however, is bored. He has no interest in the structured tour. Taking advantage of a moment when Zara is distracted, Zach grabs his brother and they sneak off on their own. They head straight to the T-Rex show, where a massive Tyrannosaurus Rex comes out and devours a live goat in front of the crowd. Gray watches with wide eyes, a mix of terror and amazement on his face. Claire drives out to Owen's place to ask for his help with the Indominus Rex. She explains that because Owen has managed to build a relationship with the Raptors, he might be able to help improve the behavior of the new hybrid dinosaur before it is introduced to the public. Owen takes offense at the way she describes his work. He tells her clearly that he does not control the Raptors. He has a relationship with them, one built on trust and mutual respect. He then makes a comment about Claire's tendency to treat everything as something to be controlled, and jokingly mentions it's why they never had a second date. Claire fires back, saying she never wanted a second date in the first place. Despite the bickering, Claire convinces Owen to help. She asks him to come with her to paddock 11. Before he goes, she advises him to put on a different shirt because the Indominus Rex has an incredibly powerful sense of smell. Meanwhile, the brothers make their way to another attraction, the Mosasaurus show. The Mosasaurus is a giant aquatic reptile bigger than any creature in the ocean. To draw it out of the water park, employees use a great white shark as bait. Within seconds, the Mosasaurus bursts up from the water and swallows the shark in one bite. The crowd goes absolutely wild. After the show, the grandstand lowers into the ground, allowing visitors to look through the glass and see the creature swimming in its enormous tank below. When Owen and Claire arrive at paddock 11, Claire asks an employee to put food out for the Indominus Rex so that Owen can see her. But when the food is placed out, the creature does not appear. Owen notices something unusual. There are claw marks high up on the wall. Everyone begins to suspect that the animal has somehow climbed out of its enclosure and is no longer inside. Claire rushes to the control room to use the tracking chip that was implanted in the Indominus Rex's back to find out where it is. But then the worst news arrives. The tracking system shows the dinosaur is still inside paddock 11, and several people have already walked into the enclosure to check the claw marks, including Owen and 2 park employees. The control room immediately contacts the team on the ground and orders everyone to get out. The workers try to run, but the Indominus Rex is already there. The animal was hiding all along. It had scratched those marks into the wall on purpose as a trap. It attacks and kills the first employee. The second manages to run through the gate and escape. Owen throws himself through the closing gate with the creature right behind him. The Indominus Rex is now completely free. Owen hides under a parked vehicle. A nearby security guard tries to hide behind another vehicle, but the Indominus Rex can smell him. It destroys the vehicle and devours the guard. Thinking quickly, Owen cuts the fuel line of the car he is hiding under and pours fuel over himself to mask his own scent. The plan works. The animal sniffs around but cannot detect him and eventually moves away. Back at the control room, Claire sends a containment unit, a team of armed soldiers, to capture the Indominus Rex. When Owen arrives at the control room, he is furious. He tells everyone that the dinosaur deliberately made those marks on the wall. It was not trying to escape by climbing, it was trying to trick them into entering the paddock. This animal thinks and it plans. Claire tries to tell him that it is just an animal. Owen reminds her that it is a highly intelligent animal that is now roaming free on an island with 20,000 people on it. The situation gets worse when Owen sees through the cameras that the containment soldiers have gone after the Indominus Rex without lethal weapons. Simon refuses to give the order to kill the dinosaur because the park has invested $26 million in creating it. Owen begs them to call off the mission. Without powerful weapons, those soldiers will be killed. Nobody listens to him. He is right. The Indominus Rex had already found and removed the tracking implant from its own back. It remembered exactly where it had been placed. Now the soldiers cannot track it. The creature hides among the trees and waits. When the soldiers hit it with electric stun guns, the pain only makes it angrier. The animal attacks and kills the soldiers one by one. The people back in the control room watch the entire tragedy on camera, completely helpless. Owen again demands that the island be evacuated immediately. Claire resists, worried that closing the park will permanently damage the business. Owen loses his patience and walks out, telling them to deal with it themselves. Claire makes the decision to close only the north wing of the resort and move all visitors out of that section. Meanwhile, the park owner Simon goes to the research laboratory and orders the head scientist, Dr. Henry Wu, to shut everything everything down. Dr. Wu argues that Simon was the one who asked for a bigger, scarier dinosaur in the first place. Cannot create something terrifying without also giving it terrifying behavior. Zack and Gray, now free of their babysitter, decide to go on one of the park's most exciting rides, the gyros. This is a ball-shaped vehicle made of strong, clear metal. It is so tough to stand a gunshot. Visitors sit inside and roll through open areas where dinosaurs roam free. While inside the sphere, the boys receive an alert telepark. Zack ignores it and persuades Gray to stay a little longer so they can enjoy the ride. Bad decision. Claire, now panicking about the boys' safety, calls Zara to find them. Zara tells her the boys have disappeared. Claire tries to call Zack's phone directly, but the connection is poor and the call drops. The situation becomes truly dangerous when the boys, still inside the gyrosphere, wander into a restricted area and suddenly come face to face with the Indominus Rex. The massive creature attacks the other dinosaurs nearby before turning its attention to the gyrosphere. It kicks the vehicle, sending it tumbling across the ground. Then it picks up the sphere in its jaws and begins crushing it against the ground, trying to break it open. Zack acts quickly. He unclips both his and Gray's seatbelts. The brothers burst out of the damaged gyrosphere and run as fast as they can, reaching the edge of a waterfall. With the Indominus Rex closing in behind them, they have only one choice. They jump. They crash into the water below, swim to the riverbank, and escape. Zack tells his younger brother how proud he is of him for being so brave. Claire has already gone looking for her nephews. She finds Owen and asks for his help in locating them. Together, the two of them head out into the valley in a vehicle. Along the way, they come across a heartbreaking scene: dozens of dead dinosaurs, all killed by the Indominus Rex. Among them is an Apatosaurus, a long-necked giant still alive but terribly injured and clearly dying. Owen kneels beside it and tries to comfort the animal in its final moments. Claire watches, deeply moved. It is the first time she has ever been this close to one of the dinosaurs, as a living, breathing, suffering creature, not just an exhibit. Something changes in her. Owen notices something important. The Indominus Rex did not eat any of the animals it killed. It killed them for no reason. This is not normal animal behavior. He concludes that this creature kills for fun. They eventually find the destroyed gyrosphere and Zack's broken phone. Claire is devastated, thinking the worst. But Owen spots footprints in the mud and tells her they jumped out and ran, which means they may still be alive. Meanwhile, Zack and Gray have found their way through the forest and stumbled upon the ruins of the original Jurassic Park. They find the old abandoned jeeps from years ago. Zack manages to get one of them running again, and the brothers drive themselves out of the jungle. Simon takes matters into his own hands and goes up in a helicopter with armed agents. The plan is to shoot the Indominus Rex from the air. They spot the creature moving south toward the main area of the park where thousands of visitors are gathered. The helicopter swoops down and the soldiers open fire. But rather than killing the dinosaur, the gunfire frightens it. The Indominus Rex crashes through the wall of the aviary, a massive enclosed area housing hundreds of flying dinosaurs called pterosaurs. The pterosaurs, terrified and confused, burst out in a massive flock. They collide with the helicopter, sending it crashing into the ground. The helicopter explodes, killing everyone inside, including Simon Masrani. The pterosaurs flood out toward the main park and begin attacking the visitors. It is complete chaos. These animals had been isolated their entire lives and had never seen humans before. Now they are attacking everything that moves. Owen and Claire rush to the park on his motorcycle to help. Zara finds the boys near the west gate, but before she can get them to safety, she is snatched up by one of the pterosaurs and dropped into the Mosasaurus tank, where she and the creature that grabbed her are both swallowed whole. In the chaos, Claire finds her nephews. She and Owen fight off the pterosaurs attacking the boys. They survive, but only just. With Simon now dead, Vic Hoskins sees his opportunity. He takes over the control room, dismisses the entire original staff, and puts his own team in charge. His first major decision is to release the Raptors and use them to track and destroy the Indominus Rex. Lowry, one of the original control room employees who stayed behind, calls Claire and warns her about what Vic is doing. When Owen hears that his Raptors are going to be used as soldiers, he is furious. He and Claire drive straight to the Raptor enclosure. When Owen sees Vic, he punches him and orders him to leave. Vic tells him the mission is going ahead with or without his help. Owen realizes that if he doesn't go along, the Raptors will be led into danger by people who don't understand them. To protect his animals and limit the damage, he agrees to join the mission. He is the only one the Raptors will listen to. The plan is simple. Let the Raptors smell something from the Indominus Rex, then release them. The Raptors will track the creature and surround it. Soldiers will then move in and shoot the Indominus Rex. Owen's one condition is that no one harms the Raptors. Claire stays behind with the boys in a truck, ready to drive them away if things go wrong. Owen releases the Raptors into the jungle. He and some soldiers follow behind them, watching through cameras strapped to the dinosaurs' heads. The Raptors stop when they find the Indominus Rex. But then something deeply wrong happens. Instead of attacking, the Raptors begin communicating with the Indominus Rex. Owen watches the footage in disbelief. He suddenly understands something that the scientists had been hiding, the reason they never wanted to reveal what DNA the Indominus Rex was made from. Part of its genetic makeup comes from a raptor. The Indominus Rex is not just a hybrid, it is part raptor. And as a result, it now has control over Owen's raptors. It has become their alpha. Vic orders the soldiers to open fire on the Indominus Rex. The animal is hit but does not go down. It gets back up and escapes into the jungle. But now the raptors have turned, they are no longer allies. They see the humans as the enemy and begin hunting them. One of the soldiers panics and fires a grenade at one of the raptors, killing it instantly. The rest of Vic's men run away, abandoning Owen and his partner Barry in the jungle. Barry hides inside a hollow tree trunk, but a raptor finds him and tries to pull him out. Owen uses his motorcycle to draw the animal's attention and rides through the forest at full speed with the raptor chasing right behind him. In the truck, Claire is watching everything on camera. She tries to keep the boys calm. Without warning, a soldier covered in blood appears at the truck window, screaming at Claire to drive away. He tries to climb into the back but is dragged away by one of the raptors. Another raptor smashes through the truck window. Claire somehow manages to knock it out and keep driving. The boys find stun guns and use them to electrocute a third raptor long enough to escape. Owen reappears on his motorcycle and leads them away. Owen, Claire, and the boys take shelter inside the Innovation Center. When they reach the laboratory, they find Vic Hoskins and his team packing up the remaining dinosaur embryos, planning to take them away for further experiments. Claire demands to know where Dr. Henry Wu is. Vic reveals that Dr. Wu has been working for him all along. The plan was to use the Indominus Rex's genetic material to create living biological weapons creatures that could be used in warfare on behalf of the military. Before Vic can say anything more, one of the raptors crashes through the wall and devours him. The group runs. Gray has an idea. He turns on one of the large dinosaur holograms in the hall. The raptor stops, distracted and confused by the moving images. The group uses those precious seconds to escape. When they finally get outside, 2 more raptors are waiting. Owen speaks calmly to Blue, his most trusted raptor, the one he raised from birth. He pleads with her to remember the bond they share. It is the only chance they have left. The Indominus Rex appears and calls out to the raptors, trying to bring them back under its control. But something extraordinary happens. Blue chooses Owen. She stands beside him. The Indominus Rex attacks her for it. The other raptors see this and turn on the Indominus Rex, attacking it alongside Owen. Claire, meanwhile, has a plan. She tells the boys to wait for her and runs off on her own. She contacts Lowry on the radio and asks him to open Paddock 9. Lowry hesitates. He knows what is in Paddock 9, but Claire insists. He opens the gate. Claire runs inside with a lit flare in her hand. Out of the darkness, the T-Rex comes charging toward her. Claire runs as fast as she can. At the last second, she throws the flare in the direction of the Indominus Rex. The T-Rex shifts its attention and launches a full attack. The 2 massive dinosaurs crash into each other in a brutal fight. For a while, the T-Rex appears to be losing. But then Blue swoops in from the side and attacks the Indominus Rex, together with the T-Rex. Together, they drive the Indominus Rex toward the edge of the Mosasaurus lagoon. The Indominus Rex teeters at the water's edge, and then the Mosasaurus explodes out of the water, clamps its enormous jaws around the Indominus Rex, and drags it down into the deep. Despite all of its genetic power and intelligence, the Indominus Rex does not stand a chance. The battle is over. The T-Rex looks at Blue and the humans for a long moment, then turns and walks away into the night, back to the jungle king of the island once again. Blue, wounded but alive, looks at Owen one last time. Owen says goodbye to her quietly. Then she too disappears into the forest. The next morning, everyone is off the island. Owen, Claire, the boys, and the other survivors are being treated for their injuries on the mainland. The boys' parents arrive and rush to hug their sons. Karen, the boys' mother, embraces her sister Claire, relieved and overwhelmed with emotion. Claire says goodbye to her nephews, leaves them with their parents, and goes to find Owen. After everything the 2 of them went through together on that island, there are no more arguments or walls between them. They are simply 2 people who survived the impossible side by side. They hold each other close, and for the first time in a long time, things feel okay. If you enjoyed this recap, give it a like and subscribe for more movie recaps. We'll see you next time.